Welcome everybody to the world of remote learning of music, which is of course not always a piece of cake, but we're going to try to go ahead and work out ways in which you can submit assignments and things that you do that demonstrate real-time music tasks and submit them. The device that I'm going to use today and show you is a type of software called Screencast-O-Matic, and I'm going to kind of go into this now. So the first thing is it's free. That's good news. So you'd go to Screencast-O-Matic. Let me just go back here, and you'll see Start Recording for free. So you click on that. Then it'll say launch the free recorder, and once you launch the free recorder, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a basic record button down here. You have the option of having the full screen, which is showing us what it is you're doing. So if I want to show myself playing music or playing keyboard or something like this, I'm going to go ahead and use the screen capture this way, so you can show me what you're doing. You can even show the music or whatever. Otherwise, if you want to just talk to me or you want to sing something or do something. And I can also, of course, do the formula where I click on this and I have the screen where I can show. So now I can bring up a piece of music and expand it. And now I can go ahead and I can see you, we can see you while you're doing it, and we can also see the music. So a good example would be, I would bring up my metronome. So to show that you can read music as an example, or read rhythms, so that you're practicing on rhythms the correct way, one of the things we do is we set a metronome and then we try to say the rhythms through. And you'd want to do this before you read music as well, to show that you can actually read the music. So now I have my screen up here. I can actually drop this down here, put it down here where I can see a little bit better. So we can see you actually saying it. We can also see what you're doing. I set my metronome, and then I say the rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And that would basically tell me, A, you understand the rhythm, and B, you're able to do it with a metronome in real time. Of course, I can always, increase the speed and do whatever I want in terms of, like, whatever I'm capable of doing. But in the case of rhythms, we're interested in seeing that whatever tempo you set, that you're able to do it. So now let's go down here. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2 and 3. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4, and a 1 and a 2 and 3. Repeat. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2 and 3. Off. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4, and a 1 and a 2 and 3. So that's how I would demonstrate or model the actual performance aspect of this. Of course, I can do this also on piano or guitar, and I'm going to get to that next. So as we go through the semester, you have the option. There's a discussion board at the end of every unit. And at the end of every unit, this is where you can opt for an alternative assignment or an alternative demonstration of what it is you're doing with music theory to better fit you and to better show your regimentation and discipline. Those of us that are musicians, the Blackboard assignments are just kind of the tip of the iceberg. They're a basic understanding of the intellectual knowledge. For track 1, it shows that you did the work, you're good to go. All right, you're done. And if you want to do more, that's entirely up to you. If you're in track 2, it's the taking of that information and putting it into your regimen and then demonstrating that you're actually practicing this that is ultimately going to get you fluid in this language. And we do this in small little increments with small disciplined steps. And over time, we're able to go ahead and master the language of music. Okay, I'm going to pause just for a second, and then I'll come back with how to post your reading music sample. This is for Unit 3. Hi, so part two of this is for reading music and posting your reading music demonstration for Unit 3. So you'll see this video in 2 places. You'll see it at the very beginning in Unit 1, and you'll also see this in Unit 3. In Unit 3, you are all asked to demonstrate your ability to read music, and I want to go over very clearly what we're looking for here, because it's how you practice, not how perfectly you do it, that matters. We're interested in a demonstration of your ability to practice learning how to read music, not be able to play it really well. Okay, so let's go over really quickly what it is we're looking for. We're looking for a series of very simple steps. Number one, that you select a piece of music that is interesting to you and within your reach. So you begin with the right-hand melodies, and then you examine the roadmap, the meter, the key signature, and you ask questions if you're not certain of what to do. You sound out the rhythms 2 to 4 measures at a time with the metronome. So it's very clear that you have the rhythm down and you're ready to go on that before you move on to the pitches and the actual playing. And then you work out the finger placement and the pitch location before you actually begin the process of playing, and then set the metronome to a very slow tempo, one that you can play all the way through, and you read, keep your eyes focused on the music, let yourself make mistakes, don't worry about mistakes, and in the end we'll hear your piece of music, or you'll hear you reading the music by seeing you look at the notation and kind of keep your eyes fixated on the music while you let your fingers roam around the keyboard. Okay, so I'm not sure if that recorded, but I'm going to basically put that slide up in another capacity. So now I want to do a model of this, how I would do this. So I have a piece of music, and I'm going to bring that up now. So this is the piece of music I'm going to do. First thing is, as I said before, can I read the piece through and can I say the rhythm? Well, we did this already, but I'm going to go ahead and set this just a little bit slower. And I'm going to make sure I can do the rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, off. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, off. All right, if I can do the rhythm and I can get it all the way through at a particular tempo, now I'm ready to go ahead and make sure I have all the pitches. So I'm going to make sure that I can find and locate these pitches. That first pitch, as an example, I'm going to go over here. The first pitch is middle C. I'm going to make sure that I get that together. And then as I look over, I'm going to make sure that the rest of the pitches are kind of in my wheelhouse and I know what fingers I'm going to use. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, these are my fingers, 4, 3, 2, 5. Okay, I can do all this in pretty much what we call root position or hand position, where the 1 is on the C and the 5 is on the G. This is a good simple melody to begin with. All right, now, I was at 93 beats per minute when I did just the rhythm, but there's no way I'm going to be doing the pitches and the fingerings and the rhythm at that tempo. So my adult has to get out of the way. That's the one that wants to do things at the tempo that we can go on through at a really high pace. And I want to move back at a slower tempo. So I'm going to set it at this tempo. Now I put the camera down, or if you want, you can go ahead and do the whole thing because we want to see you playing this. So I'm going to record this like this because I actually have the notation there as well. I showed you the notation and now I'm going to do it. So I'm going to see me reading the music. Ready, go. And if I were in track 2 or track 3, I would want to be able to do the bass clef as well. I do that separately. And then put them together. Okay, and so in this particular case, when I put it together even, I should probably slow it down. I'd want to make sure that I slow it down to a tempo I can achieve at. And if I don't slow it down, then And if I make mistakes, then I just simply move the tempo back. And if I move it back far enough, I'm going to move it to the eighth note. So now I might actually move it up a little bit, but now it's eighth note. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 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 and 2, and 1, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and this is almost too slow to do. Okay, so that's how I do that. And then when I'm done, I click stop on the recording. I can go ahead and basically save it as an MV4, a movie file. And then I upload it to the discussion board, or in this particular case, in the reading thing, there is actually an assignment that says reading music, and that's the one I want to upload it as an MV4. So I'm done now. I'm basically going to go ahead and upload this demo in both the beginning of the class and at the end of the class. If you have any questions about how to upload assignments, but just to be clear, most of us that are really into music and like playing music, you want to practice rhythms, you want to practice pitches, you want to practice scales, you want to practice reading, and you want to do it in real time. The Blackboard assignments are a basic overview of the content, but they're not going to be something that A, is very fun because it's not an actual application, and B, doesn't demonstrate and model how you're practicing in a way that is real to you. So the goal is to try to make sure that you practice this stuff in a very real way, and as long as you're doing that, you're going to be in good shape. Okay, that's it. Look forward to your work.